Hello, this has been asked of me a few times, and I will kind of cover this in kind of a, I don't really have a bullet points like 1, 2, 3. I don't have a table of contents. A lot of times they tell you to do chapters. You're kind of like, well, what do I really say about this? It's kind of like an ongoing thing about this. Don't forget to subscribe. This is about eating. Eat it yes, eat it no. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Two thumbs up, 2 thumbs down. I don't know. But what happens a lot of times when we eat, a lot of people have asked me this before, do I avoid like certain places? Probably. If I was on a diet, let's say I was on a low cholesterol diet, a low fat diet maybe, a low sodium diet, I may avoid barbecue restaurants because, there's a lot of cutting of meat, putting sauce on there. But as a diabetic, the meat is not a problem. It would just be probably some of the sauces might have honey or sugar, brown sugar, for example, or that kind of stuff. You're not going to get a light or a sugar-free barbecue sauce. You may have noticed on menus, oftentimes you'll see vegan or vegetarian, sometimes kosher, but you never, or very rarely will you see some like an LC emblem on there. You'll see a V for vegan, but LC maybe for low carb, or a K for keto. You'd have to probably write out the word, but a lot of times they don't offer a keto friendly option. You have to try to modify. Some places are really tough to modify. I'm gonna do some more menus. Someone did ask me to do some more menus. She wanted me to do Farmer Boys. What do I eat at Farmer Boys? How to modify at Farmer Boys? Don't forget to modify yourself as a subscriber if you're not already a subscriber. Give me some thumbs ups on there if you can, and some comments. What do you eat? How do you eat? Are there restaurants that you avoid? I think a number of problems we have when we dine out, or when we maybe go to the grocery store and we're pushing our cart around and we go, oh, look at that, a brand new kind of Twinkie. A lot of that kind of stuff can happen. When it comes to dining out, someone asked me about hamburger restaurants. Do you go to hamburger restaurants? And the answer is yes. And some of the modifications I do is I'll ask to have the burger lettuce wrapped so I don't have the bun. Whoop, and the ketchup, anticipation of the kids waiting for it to go, no ketchup, and that kind of stuff. Some mustard, low in carb, maybe 0 carbs. The burger patty probably as well. Bacon, yeah. But a lot of the sauces will have, like I said, sugar and all that. Ketchup is very, very full. I think it's like sugar, molasses, brown sugar, and vinegar maybe. I don't know all that it's in it, but it's a lot of carbs. So I can usually modify. So she was asking me about going to she said, for example, Farmer Boys. She was talking about the menu and can I do one about that? And Farmer Boys is very good about modifications. One of the problems I haven't really covered in my videos, let's say about dining out or going to the grocery store or avoiding certain foods, is quantity. If you go to McDonald's, you get a large fry. It's this big. It's a little red container. It contains about that big, and the French fries are sticking out of it. And every now and then, one will fall in the bag, and you can eat it out of the bag. But if you go to one of these charbroiled restaurants, when I was a kid, the charbroiled burger restaurants, they have the big pastrami's, the world famous pastrami, best pastrami in the United States, whatever. They'll have some kind of claim to fame. Fast food pastrami restaurants. Burgers, we used to think of like the Greek restaurant. There was the Mad Greek. We had Baker's with a chain or whatever. Some of the places that use like a charbroiler, and they have really big burgers, like 2 quarter-pound patties for a half-pound or whatever. The first time I ever went to this restaurant called Tops, they won top burgers in Pasadena for a while. They used to do you get a 1 French fry rating, a 2 French, and they were always a 5 French fry rating. But the fries are not as good as they used to be. The burgers are not as good as these have a really good sesame seed bun now. They have a plain, but a lot of things have changed. But I'm not gonna eat the bun anyhow. Oop. But the first time I ever went there, I was in high school, and I got a double cheeseburger. And they said to me, "What else would you like?" And I got a Coke. And she said, French fries, small or large? I said large. The large was no exaggeration, this big. Those brown boxes you see them carry, or you order food to go at some of these restaurants, you get that big brown box. There was probably 3/4 of a pound, maybe more, in that box. So by getting the burger, the drink, and the drink is maybe hard to share, but that probably was enough food to feed a family of 4 all day. That's how much food was in there. So quantity could be an issue too. Do you have an issue with quantity, like potato chips? You can't eat just one. If you read the ingredients, a lot of times people say, "Oh, this isn't bad. 15 net carbs. That's not bad. I'll go and eat it." and then you eat the bag of whatever it is, chips, maybe it's some kind of a cookie or brownie bites or something, and you find out that the bag is 5 servings. So yeah, you had 15 for one serving, but then you got to multiply that by the other numbers. So quantity can be a problem. It can. And so that's the thing. Those places I tried, not necessarily try to avoid, but I do avoid somewhat the bread aisle. I'll go right for the keto. I don't sniff it. I love sourdough bread. I love breads. I love warm breads with the melted butter. I never was really much into the honey butter or the sweet butters. I was more, they had the whipped honey butter. I was more just into regular butter. Margarine too, probably at one time. We're always told, like, don't eat eggs, they're bad for you. Then later they said, wait a minute, we were wrong. They're really good for you, but don't eat too much. If you have a problem with cholesterol, if you're diabetic, eggs are good. They're expensive, but they're good. But yeah, so breads are probably the thing that's the toughest for me. I do like French fries. I like chips, Doritos. I do like, chips and dip. I like that. So yeah, those are the kind of things I have to limit the quantity of, if I have any at all, or try to find a substitute or a way to modify that. If you go back that way, boop, 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 you will see that's not the place to subscribe. The place to subscribe is boop, 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 and it should be shown on this side. I'm filming this way, but yeah. So I made one where I'm trying to modify like things like chips, and it's tough. I can take a keto style tortilla chips, slice it all up into little triangles like Doritos, put some olive oil in my pan, throw them in there, and kind of flip them over and over again. But if I don't want to put if I have a pan, put that much oil in there, and then how am I going to store it? So I usually put just a little bit, and so it's not quite the same, of course. It's not however they make them. Do they bake them? I don't even know. So I've cooked them that way before. But I try to make some kind of a substitute. But breads are tough. Breads are tough because the keto bread, although I appreciate the fact that there is keto bread, I like them. I do like some of the keto bread. Some of the keto breads I like the most, and I said that earlier, if you go back that way, are the ones that are keto or low carb due to the ingredients being very, very full of fiber, full of protein or whatever, and they're very low in carbs. The ones they get that are supposed to taste like something, this is supposed to taste like Wonder Bread, white bread. This was supposed to taste like Weber's bread or store brand. Bimbo, is it the Bimbo? That kind of bread. And it's not going to taste like that. No, they're not using the same flours, the sugars. A lot of the breads are very sweet. Hamburger buns, for example. Now, eating the keto white stuff, I would have to say I don't like it as much as the regular. But when it comes to whole wheat bread, I did find that really good one, Primal, the Primal Bakery bread. If you go back that way, you'll see that. I do like that a lot. I should send my videos to them and see if they need an influencer. But those are the ones I like a lot. And when I started to try to eat healthier and move away from the white bread, I would eat whole wheat bread. But basically, the more hearty, the more grain filled, the more multi-grain ones, those are always the best because they were higher in fiber. Well, that also helps with keto or low carb or diabetes, because you're gonna what you do when you come with your net number of carbs, you just take the total carbs minus the fiber, and sometimes minus the alcohol sugars if it has any, but usually those breads do not. So yeah, that's a tough aisle for me. Someone was joking with me like I should do one on Winchell's Donut House, because you obviously can't modify or Baskin Robbins. Those are two name brand. I don't know how many Winchell's you have. A lot of people like Krispy Kreme donuts. I don't know if Krispy Kreme has kind of ventured off into the sandwiches, but someone said you should do Winchell's. I could. They have bagel sandwiches, but the problem with that is the bagel is a big part of that sandwich. So if I'm going to take off, let's say, the top piece of the bagel and eat the rest, or eat an open face without any bagel at all, you kind of defeat the purpose of getting a bagel sandwich. Some places have now come with these bowls. I'm going to go and get one and film myself doing that. Jersey Mike's has a bowl. I have a coupon for a free 6-inch if I buy some chips. I don't need the chips. Maybe I'll give them away. Do you need some chips? If you need some chips, let me know in the comment section. David, I need some chips, and maybe I can send this out to you. But I have to buy a bag of chips, and I get a free 6-inch. I might have the coupon with me. No, I took it out. Free, not 6-inch. They call it their regular, and there's large, I guess. I have a free one of that. Now, can I ask them, can I have that as a bowl? The answer may be no. The answer may be I could try that. But I would like to try one of their bowls. All it is they take, instead of putting it in bread, they put it in a bowl. maybe they put a little extra lettuce or something. I don't know. And I could season that up with some of their Jersey Mike's sauce, the Jersey Mike's Way, or whatever it's called. But yes, someone's joking about me doing Winchell's. So Winchell's, yeah, you could do that. They have sandwiches in there now. Coffee, yeah, they have coffee. So I can do a modification by not putting sugar in there. With the modification of donut, if I was going to order donut, maybe the best way to do it would be to order like a plain cake donut and try to limit myself to one. A lot of times you go places where there's donuts, especially on set, there'll be, those boxes that have 3 dozen donuts on there, and there's six of them stacked on the table for us to have. Now, back when COVID was going on, we'd had to ask for some, can I please have a donut? And they'd have all the donuts were in little plastic bags. They'd hand you a donut. Can I have a beef and cheddar wrap? And they'll have some beef wrapped around cheddar cheese, and they'd have it in a little bag. Can I have some pickles? There'd be 3 pickles in plastic. There's so much plastic waste during that time. Baskin Robbins, what can I modify? I guess it'd be something as simple as having my ice cream in a cup versus a cone, so you'd eliminate those carbs. But those aren't really the places that you looked for a modification. Probably if you went to get an ice cream, Joe Biden said, yay, on the ice cream. Maybe you want to go, if you see, he would get like a big waffle cone with 4 scoops. He got a lot of carbs there for himself, but he's a slender fella. I think he's okay in that respect. I know they say sometimes a lot of the sugars and the artificial sweeteners are not good for someone that might have dementia. Some people are saying he has dementia, early stage dementia, or he has something ain't right in his coconut. But yeah, so I could do a modification, but a lot of times it's the quantity. I didn't really discuss that oftentimes, but if you go into one of these restaurants and you get a burger this big, and then you get it doesn't come on a plate, but you get something about the size of a dinner plate, and it's stacked 4 inches high of French fries. That's too many French fries, I'm pretty sure. I'm not telling you what to do. For me, too many French fries. So, yeah, so are the things that I completely avoid? I don't know if that would be a yes or no. There are things I have to avoid. If I go to a restaurant and they have all-you-can-eat chips and salsa with your burrito, I might get a burrito with no tortilla, and there's a big bowl of chips that big with 2 different kinds of salsa, mild and spicy or whatever, mild and hot, and I have to decide not to have those. A lot of people say, please don't bring that to me. Oh, please, no chips, please. But sometimes when you sit down, they're already, bring them in. And that's the problem. It sounds like it's raining, but it's just the wind. We've had rain. It's going to rain again on Monday, they said. Today is now Friday. This will be out tomorrow, Saturday. You can hear it. Is it raining? It might be a cloud going over. I'm not sure. It's supposed to stop. It is raining. It's raining. So I'm about to wrap this up. But anyway, so they do have that situation with the chips. Please don't bring the chips. So sometimes the value in some of these meals is all you can eat bread, all you can eat sides, maybe French fries, whatever. I'd have to not have that. So for me, yay, a lot of stuff I can do modifications. Restaurants I can't do modifications. I'm not really so much in craving sweets that I have to have sweets. Like I said before, I was never a living arrangement where while it's raining, where there is a dessert every night with lunch or dinner. We didn't have that, so that wasn't too hard to get rid of. But for me, it would be the breads most likely, and the quantities. Lower the quantities in that. What about you? What do you eat? Do you yay eat everything? Do you nay eat nothing? I mean, you have to eat something. Do you eat nothing at all? Yeah, there are these diets, are 0 carb diets, 0 carbs, and that's gonna be just like salads and dressings and that kind of stuff. That's really, really tough to go with 0 carb. I don't know. I've gone 0 carb in a day because my numbers were bad, and I was going to try not eating carbs at all, and I went to 0 carbs. That was, you get pretty hungry. Take care, everyone. Have a great day. Subscribe, like, share, comment. I'm going to get out of the rain now. It is now raining. Take care.